Session we will discuss about slicing in list, how to use length function to find out the length of the list concatenation, list replication and delete function. So let's first see about slicing. So we can get a list from another list with slices. So what is a slice? Slice is used to get some values or several values from a list and in turn generating a new list. So how do you use list is slices? You need to have a square bracket. Specify within the square brackets you have to specify two integers. The first integer will indicate the starting of the slice. The second integer will indicate the ending of the slice. In between it is separated by a colon. So a slice goes up to, but it will not include the value at the second list index. So see this in the first example here, spam 2. This is when we this means that we are accessing item from the list which is having an index 2. So that means we are accessing only one element from the list. But in the second example we have two integers. The first integer, that means we are accessing many items or many values from the list. So the first value indicates the starting index or the starting of the slice, and the second integer will indicate the ending of the slide, but the slice will go up to, but this will not be included. So the main difference is when you have just one value like this, it means we are accessing only one element from the list. When we have two integers like this separated by a colon, that means we are taking a slice from the list. We are taking some or several values from the list, starting from 1 up to 4. So let's see some examples to understand this. Let's say we have created a list like this: cat, bat, rat, elephant, and if we write 0 spam 0 colon 4, that means we are taking items from this list spam starting from the index 0 up to 3. So that is what we meant. The first number integer will indicate the starting index. The second integer, it will indicate that we are going up to 3, but 4 is not included. So that means 0, 1, 2, 3, cat, bat, rat, elephant will be displayed or accessed. So if I say 1 to 3, so that means we start from the index 1 and we go up to index 2. So when I give spam 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, so that means bat and rat will be displayed on the screen. So next, we can also have negative indexes index within this. So if I have a negative index, it means that we are going to take all the elements starting from 0, but I am going to leave the last index, last item in the list whose value will be -1. Suppose I do not give the first index, but I just give the second index. So that means that by default the first index, if it is not specified, by default the value will be 0. So if the first index is not specified, by default the value is 0. So that means if I give spam colon 2, that means I am going to slice out the values from the list with the index 0, 1, since 2 is not included. So that means cat and bat will be displayed. In this example, we have given the first index, but the second index is missing. So that means we will go up to the end of the list. So we are going to start from the value from the index 1, that means bat, and we go up till the end. So that means bat, rat, elephant will be displayed. Suppose we do not enter both first and second index, so that means the complete list will be taken. So that's what. Remember, leaving out the first index indicates that the default index is 0. Leaving out the second indicates that it indicates the length of the list, or the entire length of the list will be taken. So let's take a simple example to understand this. So we have created a list here called as spam with these values. So in this first case, we have specified both the indexes. That means we are going to slice, we are going to start from the first index, that is 0, and go up to 3. So that means 0, 1, 2, 3. That means cat, bat, rat and elephant will be displayed from this. So let's print this. So this is the first print. So when I give spam 0 colon 4, that means 0, 1, 2, 3. All cat, bat, rat, elephant will be displayed. So when I say spam 1 colon 3, that means we are going to start from the index 1 and go up to 2. 1 and 2. 3 is not included. So that means bat, rat will be the output. Here I say 0 colon minus 1. So when I specify a negative index, in this case the negative index is on the right hand side. So that means I am going to fetch all the elements from this list because I am starting from 0. But the last one, that means the last one will be not sliced. So that means cat, bat, rat will be displayed. So when a negative index is used, it means that we are here in this case, since it is minus 1, it means up to we are going to take all the elements from the list starting from this index 0 except the last one. So as I told you already, leaving out the first index means that the index is 0. So if I give spam colon 2, that means 0, 1, cat, bat will be displayed. 2 will not be considered. If I leave out the second index, so that means it goes up to the end of the list. So if I write spam 1 colon and I don't specify the last index, it means 0, 1. We start from bat, rat, elephant. Bat, rat, elephant will be displayed. So let's take another example. In this case, I have given this string. Python is my favorite programming language and I am assigning it to a variable string 1. So when I say string 1 colon 6, in this case the first index is not specified. So by default 0, it means 0. So that means we'll be slicing will be slicing starting from the index 0 up to 5. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means Python will be displayed on the screen. In this example, I am starting from 10 and I am not specifying the ending index. So that means I am going till the length of the string. So we are starting from 10. So that means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We should also consider the space. So that means we are going to start from my and we are going to display till the end of this string, including the exclamatory mark here. So in this case we are specifying both the start and the stop. So that means start from the 13th index and go up to 21st index. So if this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that means we are going to start from F, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. We are not going to take P because that comes as the 21st. So that means favorite is actually displayed on the screen. In the last case, colon minus 3, that means since we did not give the starting index, it will start from the 0th index and it will fetch all the characters except the last 3. So that means in this case exclamatory and GE. So that means Python is my favorite programming. Up to A will be displayed on the screen. So when there is a negative index, that means you will be slicing except that. So it basically indicates the exception. It will not be included. So let's take another example. In this example, I am assigning Python code. So when I give like this, the first index is not specified. So that means it starts from 0 to 5. All the elements from 0 to 5 will be displayed. So that is why here Python is displayed. Next, when I type something like this, in this case I have used minus 4 negative index in the starting index. So that means I am going to get the last 4 characters of the string because there is nothing in the last. So that means it means the entire length of the string. So in this case the last 4 characters of the string will be considered in this case. So when you have a negative index in the starting, it means that, and there is nothing in the second index, so that means you get the last 4 characters of the string. That means code will be displayed on the screen. So coming to the next concept, if you want to find the length of the string, then it is very easy. You just need to use this length function. It will return the number of values that are in a list value. So for example, the spam here is having 3 items. So when I say length of spam, it will actually print 3. Can you change the values in next concept is, can you change the values in a list? Yes, we can change the values in a list using the indexes. So here we have created a list called as spam, and I am trying to change the value of spam of 1 with some random variables, random string here. So that means spam 1 will be now replaced with this ARDV ARK. Next, I am also assigning this spam 1 to spam 2. And when I say print spam, then what would be displayed? Cat, ARDVARK, and also the same thing, because I have copied spam1 to spam2, this variable ARD, this string, that is ARDVR, will be copied to the first position and into the second position. So that means we can change values in a list using the indexes. See, in this case I have passed spam -1 as 1 2 3 4 5, so that means it is taking from the end. So that means elephant 1 2 3 4 5 will replace this elephant. So finally when I give a spam over here, it should give us cat ARDVARK, again ARDVARK, and then it should give us 1 2 3 4 5. So let's execute that and see. This output is because of this line. So that the main concept that you need to remember is you can change the values in a list with using the indexes. The next concept is concatenation. Concatenation means joining together. You can combine two lists to create a new list value. So this is one list 1 2 3, ABC is one more. You can concatenate it using a plus operator. Just like we had string concatenation, here we have list concatenation. So this is where this is one list and this is another list. So since we have concatenated two lists within this spam, so when we display this here, you can see that 1 2 3 ABC, they're all put into one list, unlike here. So all this is now within one list. We have also one more concept called as replication. Replication means what? Multiplication. So how can you replicate a list? So if I have a list like this, and if I use an asterisk operator 3, that means you are replicating these values within the list 3 times. If I write 4 here, you will be replicating the value within the list 4 times. So that is displayed here. See, initially we had XYZ. When we gave here 3, you can see that this XYZ has been replicated 3 times. XYZ, XYZ, and then XYZ. So this is a string replication. String replication is achieved through the asterisk operator. We can also remove values from the list. To remove the values from a list, you just have to use the delete statement. And this is a syntax: delete, give the name of the list and which index you want to delete. See, in this case, I have a spam which is having these items: cat, bat, rat, and elephant. So before deleting, the spam is containing all these 4 elements. Now what did I say here? Delete spam 2. So that means 0 1 2. I want to delete this element. So after deleting, when I give a print here for spam, you are displaying here cat, bat, elephant. That means rat got deleted. So the simple syntax is you just write here del and then specify the particular item in that list which you want to delete using the specific index. So try out all these examples, the concatenation, list concatenation, list replication, delete operator, and also please go through slicing concept in detail. What happens if you give both the start and stop? What happens when you have negative indices? When you have negative index in the right hand side, what happens? When you have negative index on the left hand side, what happens? What happens when you do not specify any index? What happens when you do not specify the start position? What happens when you do not specify the stop position? Try out all these examples in the system to get more answer on all these list operations. Thank you.